Just got a huge stain on my shirt, but I'm gonna film and then cry later. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
What we do here is go back.
All right, I feel good now. I feel good about just my look, this weather we're having, all of the tiny shenanigans that just took place as I was getting ready to film. I feel at peace now. I feel like the universe is gonna not mess with me for the next 10 minutes, and we're gonna do this. All right, hi everyone. If you are new to my channel, hello. Thank you for stopping by. If this is not your first video, hey, what's up, what's good? You know I appreciate you. It's nice to have people come back and check out my new content that I am posting. Man, guys, it is so hot here to the point where like everything is irritating. You know that like just humid summer heat, it's gross. It's not cool. It's not happening. But anywho, that did not prevent me from getting my buns on camera and making this video. So let's jump in. Let's just get right to it. I wanted to do something a little different for my Wednesday series. Now, I recognize today is Thursday. I get that. I wanted to post another version of this video that I had, and I don't know what's going on. Like, I film on an iPhone. Everything looks fine in my videos, but then when I go to upload them, they don't look so hot. So thank you for just bearing with me on that. I am working on it. I recognize it. I see it. I totally get when you click on a grainy video, you probably don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. And it just kind of sucks after spending time editing, and then you export something and you're like, ew. Nah, that's not working. So I am working on it. Hopefully we won't have any grainy videos shortly, but just bear with me a little bit longer. Sound good? Sound good. All right, so with that, I am doing a different video like I normally try to do for my Wednesday series. It's like a let's talk, let's chat. Some stuff is makeup related, some stuff is not. And today is kind of not makeup related. 95% not makeup related, but I thought it would be fun to do that like about me tag that's floating around, you know, 5 questions, 10 questions, 15, you know, 26, whatever. I'm gonna hit you guys with 25 different things about me. Now, this is a list that I came up with myself. I did see like there's a lot of tags that are running around, and I saw some of the questions and I was just kind of like about some lists, meh about others. So I figured I would just cobble together some of my own questions and answer them. So I didn't really think about the responses too much because I didn't want to like plan this out in advance. That would just be like not great. But I wanted to just pick a different variety. So I'll post the questions down below. Feel free to, you know, use this if you want or pull some of the questions. It's all good. I took questions from other people, added in some of my own. So with that, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you're returning to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, I see you. Just go ahead and click that subscribe button so I don't have to call you out anymore. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you do. Hopefully you learn something about me. Hopefully we have some things in common. Hopefully we are complete opposites and you comment in the comments down below about it so I can chat with you guys, because I definitely enjoy chatting with you guys. Also, notification bell. I gotta find it. Until then, it's around here somewhere. If you like my videos and want to see when I'm updating things in real time, just go ahead and click that, turn on the notifications, and you will know when I'm posting as it happens. So with that, let's get on into this video so you guys can learn a little bit about me. So I have the list printed out right here. These are not like super magnifying readers. That's why they're sitting on my head. So I actually sometimes do need glasses, just not right now. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. I have a printed out list that's super overexposed on camera, but it's okay. I can read it on here. All right, so question 1. What is your name? I feel kind of weird about telling you guys my name. I just do. So I'll tell you parts of my name because I just feel like I'm giving away too much of my identity and my, like, you know, 20 and going on 80-year-old grandma state. Like, okay, my middle name is Michelle. I get it from my mom. That's her middle name. And my first name rhymes with my sister's name. I have a twin sister, so it's Ansley and Ashley. You figure out my last name, you basically have my social security number and all of my credit cards. So go crazy. Don't go crazy. Don't look for those things. I just get really weird about putting my information online. And my, like, social media and stuff is not based on my name, so I don't feel the need to put it out there like that, you know? All right, number 2, where am I from? Where was I born? I am from Atlanta. Yeah. I was gonna say something, I was like, wait, you just answered the question. So yes, I am from Atlanta, Hotlanta, the ATL. We don't say these things. Do not say those things. It's not cool. Don't take that L. It's not worth it. So it's kind of weird. Like sometimes I do have an accent, sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna fake it for the sake of this video, but growing up, people were like, oh, are you sure you're from the South? And I'm like, yes. I am fairly confident of knowing where I was born, but I'm from Atlanta. I miss it. The South is awesome. If you ever get a chance to visit Atlanta, it's great. It's a good time. Make sure you have fun, then tell me about it. Siblings. I have a twin sister. She's a minute older than me, a whole 60 seconds, even though we don't act that way. Apparently people think I'm older because I'm bossy and controlling. It's what they say. Who knows? Lies. Okay, all right, 4. What did I go to school for? So I graduated college. I have an undergrad degree in business and Chinese. I double majored. Fun times. Really fun times. Good stuff. Go to school, kids. Stay in school and make sure you graduate college. Pets. I don't have any pets. I love pets. I really want pets. My building is pet friendly. We don't have any pets in our apartment. I have roommates and just, we don't have any pets. My mom has a cat, and growing up I had cats and dogs, and I want 2 cats and like 5 dogs ultimately, but I used to volunteer at an animal shelter here in Philadelphia. Oh, I live in Philadelphia now. So I used to volunteer at an animal shelter, and because I couldn't have pets of my own in my other building. And I know I really want cats when I can move into a place that I can have pets or choose to have pets. And I really like old lady names for cats for some reason. So I've been wanting a cat named Deltrice for the longest time, and I'm going to get her a cat friend named Loretta because I just love those like old grandma names for cats. I also want to get a corgi. I'll name him like Dexter or something super chill. And then I love pugs, or just like little potatoes. I want one so badly. So that's that question. All right, what's my favorite color? Growing up, it was aquamarine, like that specific shade of blue. Like, I'll put it here. It's a very particular color. Now I don't really have one. I like pink a lot. I'll probably accessorize my filming area with pink stuff. I don't know why. It's just the color I'm gravitating towards, but yeah, I don't really have a favorite color anymore. It's just, colors are fine. Zodiac sign, I'm a Capricorn. I was born in the middle of January. When you go online and you read about like different horoscopes and whatnot, like that is me to a T. So hopefully that gives you some insight into who I am. Number 8 is, what is your earliest memory? All right, my mom gets upset whenever I tell people this one because it makes her mad. So my sister and I were in the same like homeroom basically for most of our like early childhood, and then there was the day that they split us up and they made me move, and that is my earliest memory of being traumatized and having to walk down the hall. It was 101 Dalmatians Day at school, and I had like a little like dog collar on. I had a 101 Dalmatians themed turtleneck, y'all, because we were about this growing up. And I remember walking down this yellow hall just scared and sad that I had to move, and I was gonna be around all these kids that I didn't know, because my sister and I like didn't socialize growing up. We just always had each other because we were in the same homerooms. We didn't talk to other people. We didn't really make friends. We had our own little twin language, and then splitting us up forced us to have social skills. So good job, parents. Next question, number 9. What's my favorite food? I love pizza so much. It's problematic. I'm doing a keto diet right now, and like there are keto friendly versions. So basically, pause. Basically, that's a super high fat, relatively high protein, low carb diet where you're forcing your body to get its fuel source from the fat and not carbs. There's like a whole transition period that you go through. It's worse for some people, easier for others when you're doing that, but it's great for weight loss and just a whole bunch of other things. So you're cutting out carbs and sugars and like junk food and all that. But anywho, I love pizza and it takes more effort to eat it when you're on a keto diet. So that sucks for me because I just love it so much. It's so good. Question 10. Do I speak other languages? I was holding Spanish down for a long time, but then I started studying Mandarin. I took it for 8 years, so I can speak Chinese. I don't speak it as well as I used to when I was studying it, obviously, but I lived abroad for a while, like a little bit in between like 1.5 years and 2 years. I lived in a few places, so yes, I can speak another language. What is my favorite makeup product? Voice crack? Let's see. I really like highlighter. I don't wear it very often, and I kind of realize why. Side note. So I feel like when you see people on YouTube, they just like, it's just highlighter. We're just gonna put it all on our face, and that's not really how you're supposed to use highlighter. You really want to call out where the light is naturally hitting your face, kind of outside of your under eye area, and like that's not always this whole strip of skin that you have right here. So I like the idea of highlighter. Once I like really started to take that more seriously, how you're supposed to wear it, I kind of have to refigure out what I'm doing a little bit. It's my favorite. I don't have any highlight on today. This is just brought to you by Sweat because it's 94 degrees here and I'm going to melt into a pool of hot cocoa. It's too hot. But that's my favorite. This whole drawer is highlighters. It's awesome. I love highlighters. And question 12. Sorry, I got super jazzed. Question 12. When did I first start to get into makeup? I remember like a few things, and my mom has told me other things, so I'll give y'all both sides of it. So my mom says like ever since I was a little kid, I was kind of always into it. She never wore makeup. She still doesn't. My grandmother did. My grandmother lives in New York. That's where my mom is from. So whenever I'd go up there, I'd play in her makeup, and it used to make my mom so mad because here I was like 8, 9, 10 thinking I was grown. Like, you're not gonna tell me nothing, head, swaying for days, like trying to go out the house wearing some eyeliner, and my mom would be like, take that shit off. Like, you're not going out the house. And we used to get into these like arguments about it. And I remember the last time she came to visit me, she was like, there was this one time you really wanted to wear it out of the house and it looks so good, but I had to tell you no, like you're a child. So that's one thing. I kind of remember playing in my grandma's makeup. I don't so much now because I've got my own little world going on. But I remember in high school, I intentionally went to Ulta and then ultimately Sephora to buy some Makeup Forever, their first formula for the HD foundation. Love that formula, miss that formula. Because I have lupus and I have discoid lupus, so I get lesions on my skin. You guys could probably notice them in some of my videos, my Instagram posts. Nothing I can do about it, but high school is rough and cruel and I wasn't necessarily the coolest kid in my class, so I had studied abroad, came back, found out that I had lupus. I'd had it for a while and just misdiagnosed. And just for like sake of self-confidence, I think I bought the kit. So it came with the like a little kabuki brush, the foundation and powder, and I just covered up my lesion. No foundation, like none of that. We weren't doing that yet. We had a specific goal in mind. And then like eventually I just blossomed into what you see here. Hoarding makeup. Woohoo, this is where my paychecks go. But yeah, so that's when I first got into it, just what I felt was like trying to survive high school. Like junior year, no, mind you, so I'd already made it through the worst of it, but whatever. Proudest accomplishment is question 13. So I recently got asked this in an interview, that's why I put it in here. Okay, bear with me, not to get super philosophical, but I went through a lot recently. Just people that know me in real life, like it was some hard stuff. And that's being mostly put behind me now. And it's nice to see like what my life has become and can become and just how much better I feel, and like having to make some really not fun decisions and be in this mode where you're just trying to survive for just months on end. And I get like there are people that are in much worse situations. They're not out of their situations. They're completely out of their control. Like I get that, but for me, like this is the worst that those things have ever been. And to just, I have to make that decision of like, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be the closest to hell that I've come to in my short life, but I have to make these decisions and do something different. I don't get very like prideful about things, and I have a hard time recognizing like when things are good or when I should be happy or accepting compliments and stuff like that. I get on here and make videos and make myself just feel great that I put my foundation on right that morning. Like I can see that this is something I should be proud of, which is saying a lot. So that's that. Question 14. Happy endings or scary movies? I'm gonna say neither, just because I went just life. I went through this phase where I was like super into like scary, gory movies. Then I went to this film festival and it was just too much. Like my little child body could not handle it, so that kind of knocked me out of that. Happy endings, like if I have nothing to do on a Friday night and I choose to like not have a social life, like yeah, I can get into that for like an hour and a half, but I don't consistently seek out either. It just doesn't resonate with me. I used to go to the movies all the time with my dad and my sister as a kid, and then after doing that, like I just kind of don't care for movies anymore. I don't know. Question 15. Do I have any nicknames? I do. My actual nickname is Anne. I get very selective about the people that get to call me that though, because I get told all the time that like my name is super unique, or they'll call me Ashley or Angelica or Angela, and I'm like, y'all can't read. Like that's your issue. You guys are lazy and you can't read and you're not trying. So I am very selective about people that call me that, just because you should respect people enough to try and pronounce their names, and if you don't know how to pronounce it, just ask. People don't want you butchering their names, and then you're gonna feel awkward and it's just gonna be weird. So I get called Anne. My mom calls me Ansley Bansley, which is like super off limits to the rest of the world, but that is my one of two nicknames that have been with me all my life. Or not Ashley, or hey you child standing over there also works. Question 16. Tattoos and piercings. I have my ears are single pierced. I really want 2 more piercings in this ear and a little stud if I can get around to doing that. And then, hey dad, don't watch this. I have a tattoo on the back of my, which shoulder is this? Right shoulder. It is, oh, I love tattoos. I've loved them since I was a kid. Like ever since I was 8, I've wanted this full back tattoo that extends down most of my leg. I plan on getting it. Even if I don't get that one, I'm still gonna try and always save that space so I can get it, and get some other tattoos. So I have a few that hopefully I can get done this year, maybe next year. But anywho, the one that I have, it is my initials and my sister's initials because they're very similar. So it's A and L for the first and last initial, and then our middle initials are M and R, and they like overlay very nicely. So it makes this like kind of cool symbol, and it's very significant to me. I like it a lot. So yes, I do have a tattoo. Favorite YouTubers. I might put their names up on the screen because I'm definitely gonna butcher them and forget them and like not say them right. So I'll link them down below. Scratch that. I'll link them down below. So I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV, just because when you're creating content, it helps to see what else is out there, to help you stay true to yourself, to see what is, you know, trending, whatever, what have you. But before I was making videos, and even to this day, I love getting on YouTube just so I can find opinions that I trust. I mean, now that I create content, I like to review products that are of interest to me on my complexion, because I've struggled in the past to find people with my complexion that are, you know, interested in the same products as me. So I might as well film it and help someone else out too, is kind of how I look at it. If I have the time and capacity to put the videos together, like, why not? Be helpful. Contribute. So I tend to gravitate towards opinions that I trust, and I feel like a lot of the time, especially nowadays, it's really hard to go on here and get opinions that you're like, cool, I can trust her. Like, you have to wonder if there's affiliate links or sponsors, or if people have a hard time saying they don't like something. Like, brand influence is very strong, and there's a lot of pressure to just like stuff and always be on the bandwagon and trends and all that. So there are a few people whose opinions I've just kind of always respected. Like, if they liked a product, I didn't have to think about it too hard. I'd probably go and buy it. versus other people, I'm like, ayo, I don't know. And that's not even a shady thing to say. I think people that are plugged into the beauty community are very aware of that. So I'll link them down below. One is like Total Makeup Junkie 101. I like Stephanie Nicole a lot. Also, I won't link it. Just kidding. On the side of my channel page, like the landing page where you can see more than just the latest video, I'm sorry, not just when a video pops up, you can see kind of like everything. I have all of my favorites listed there. So those are people that I like, opinions that I trust. I like stay watching their channels to help me think about what I want to put on my channel and products that I want to try. So that's that. And I watch a mix of like beauty, fitness, like life things. I don't just watch makeup stuff. Question 18. This is long. Why did I pick 25? What does my blog name mean? So I've toyed around with this. I'm thinking about changing it, but for now it is what it is. It's FSBH blog. So it's supposed to be FS plus BH blog, but that doesn't always work on different platforms. So I do have a blog. It's a little dusty. It's a little rusty. Gotta just blow the dust off of it a little bit, but it stands for Fashion, Style, Beauty, Health, and Home, which is like a lot. Like, this is very practical. Me, it was just like, okay, if I want to cover everything, it has to be in the name of my blog. Like, I could have named it something really cool, and then I just didn't. So it's very literal. That's kind of why I want to change it, but I don't necessarily want to make like a super cheeky title or call it after me. Like, that kind of interferes with like my professional life and career that I need to hold on to. Why did I start my brand is question 19. So there are a few reasons. The first one was that I was finding that I was really bored and I needed something to do, and like, I'm very shy. I don't like people that often. I kind of joke about it on my channel sometimes. Like, you might hear comments every now and then, but growing up kind of being around people but still isolated with like school and that, you know, early childhood, I just have a hard time being around people. And I was finding that like when I first moved up here for my job, I was just like home more often than not, and I decided just to kind of get into it and try it. Because at some point I would like to own my own business. Even if I kept working in corporate America, like, I want to start my own cosmetics brand. I want to be like an influencing, consulting type of person where I can work with brands or just offer advice, have services, people can come to me and ask questions. And I thought that by I have a side business as well, doing these videos, really focusing on my Instagram, working on my blog, that I could learn a lot about running a business and also start to get a following in a group, so that when I do launch my more formal businesses, I'll have a base and I won't be starting from scratch. So the videos have been a lifesaver. They've kept me entertained and have really helped me use like my extra time that I have, like struggling for words. So it's neat. It is a lot of hard work though, and even like, I don't make the best videos. Like, if you ever see me out in these streets, like, I'll tell you, like, these are my shitty little videos. I love them. They're not horrible. I'm not being self-degrading, but like, they're my babies. You know what I mean? Like, they're my babies, so I talk about them how I want. But I am super appreciative of the support that you guys give me. It's great. I've learned a lot. There's so much that goes into content creation, editing, planning out schedules, you know, being committed, having the self-discipline, understanding analytics. Like, it's so interesting. It's a lot of fun. So like I said, I'm not like a super outgoing people person, and I get on here and make these videos all the time. So I'm sure you can do it if you're interested. And if you are, like, if you have questions, comment down below. It's not like I have this huge following or anything, but I have put in a lot of time and research to try and understand what I want to do and kind of get on that path to doing it. Question 20. Favorite place that I've been to? Question 21. Place I would like to travel to. My go-to answer for favorite place will probably forever be Colonial Williamsburg. It's just been the answer that has stuck with me throughout the years. I've been to some pretty cool places though. I would like to start traveling more. I have some other things financially that are a little bit more important than blowing buku bucks on vacations, but at some point I would like to go to like southern France, like a nice tropical island somewhere. I'd like to go back to China at some point in some way, shape, or form, but I don't know, just traveling more, like getting more of those experiences and really seeing the world, enjoying the world. I like makeup. I own a lot of makeup. I spend a lot of money on it, but like these are possessions. They're not as important as experiences. Any good books? Yes. Okay. All right. So I am reading one book right now that I really like. What's her handle? It's Superwoman. I don't really plug into her channel at all. I might do a review of her book on my channel, but she's this wildly popular YouTuber, and even though I'm not super into her content, like not good or bad, I just have not really watched any of her videos. Her book is amazing. It's called like How to Be a Boss. I think Lily something. I don't want to butcher her last name, but it's a really good book, and it's really helped me kind of like get refocused on kind of doing all this stuff. And just like she's hilarious, and even though I haven't really followed her much throughout her career, like whenever she's come up or she's popped up on my YouTube, or her collab with Smashbox, like I've just always respected her hustle from afar. So I've been wanting to get the book for a while. I'm so glad I did. It's awesome. If you're interested in those types of books, I would definitely pick up hers. Favorite music? I'm not really into music, I'll be honest. I just kind of listen to whatever bop is on the radio or whatever Pandora tells me to listen to. But growing up, I really liked 50s music, like Elvis Presley. I also like the Beach Boys quite a lot. Where I got these music tastes from is, who knows, anyone's guess. 24. What do I want to be when I grow up? Say rich. Ansley, don't do that. I want to be in a financially good place to like not be in as much debt as I'm in right now. If I ever pull myself out of debt, I will make a video on tips to help other people. So like that's why I don't travel and stuff. I'm like, every little bit of money that isn't already accounted for like this or like other priorities, pay off some credit cards. So when I grow up, I would like to have my own makeup line, cosmetics line of some sort, just because I want one. It doesn't have to be super huge or anything, just something that has like my branding, I've helped pick out the formula, all that fun stuff. Like I pretty much already answered this question. Like I want to be in a space where like I have a good sense of self, I trust my own opinions, which sounds a little ridiculous, but like to start your own business and especially when you're doing consulting, like people are coming to you for advice, and so you really got to be able to trust what you're saying and like believe in yourself. I'll get to that point at some point soon. So yeah, that's what I want to be. I want to be just awesome. And all right, question 25 is a silly fact about me. I sleep talk, and it's bad. Ooh, it's bad. I suspect I talk to myself most nights, but there's no one here to like just verify that for me. But like sometimes I'll wake up and I feel like I was just talking. And we had this fire scare one day, and my roommate came into my room at the set of stairs, and she started talking to me, and I wasn't awake for the first conversation we had. And so I had to take a step back and be like, guys, sometimes I sleep talk, double check I'm awake. If there's a fire, like triple check I'm awake when I'm talking to you, because it was like a really weird experience. I felt like I wasn't in my body, but I was just chatting away, just taking responsibilities for things. Should not have done it. When I lived at home, like sometimes I would sleep in my mom's bed because I just liked her mattress more. We would have conversations. Like I'm very conversational. I'll start talking and you just gotta talk back to me, and I'll want money to go buy a kite, or I'll need to fix a tire, or just like really weird stuff. It's all harmless, but I sleep talk. I'm the only one in my family who does it, so it just adds to my weirdness. But anywho, that is it. That is the whole list. I did not mean to keep making these long videos. I'm trying to cut them down, but what you gonna do? So anywho, that's it. I hope that you found this interesting, entertaining, learned a little bit about me. Hopefully we have something in common. I don't know. But I figured I'd just make this tag instead of doing something makeup related for my Wednesday/Thursday series. So hope you guys have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget, like, subscribe, notifications, comment, say hello, say whatever you want. Don't say anything. Just let me know you stopped by. That's all I care about. And yeah, I'm gonna go drink some water and turn into a pool of hot chocolate because it's that hot. Take care, you guys.